Hello guys, Ancient Gameplays, I'm Fabio. Oh, wait a bit, someone's calling me. Yes? Ancient Gameplays, I'm Fabio Pisco, and today I bring you the first case review on this channel. And it is the Nox Infinity Neon. Well, since this is the first time I'm doing a review of a case, there will be some things that may not be totally correct. Not wrong, but things that could be better. But well, I did the best I could. So on this video I'll show you several aspects of the case. So I will show you the exterior, the interior, the back of the case, of course, the fan connector. It brings a fan connector and an RGB controller, and all those aspects. The good and the bad ones, of course. I'll show you the RGB lights and all those things you want to know. And that's basically it. Don't forget, hit like, subscribe and share the video if you can, because that helps a lot me and the channel growing. Also, don't forget that this review serves as a base for the next review, which is from the Aerocool Quartz. The first product sent to me was by Aerocool, and it is this case, so the review will be coming next to the Athlon 200GE review, which I bought. That's a tip, AMD. Anyway, let's now go to the part that really matters, the review. See you soon. So, this is the outside of the case. Let's take off the tempered glass side panel to see the interior. This is how the interior looks. We are looking at the chassis made of SPCC steel with 0.6mm thickness. On the bottom we have the usual PSU and HDD compartments, fully closed here. In the rear we get the pre-mounted 120mm addressable RGB fan from Nox. In the top we get support for up to two 140mm fans and radiators up to 280mm. In the front we get the chance to use up to three 120mm or two 140mm fans. On the outside top part we have a big magnetic dust filter covering all the ventilation space. This one can be easily removed. The same applies to the bottom part, where we also get a removable magnetic dust filter for the PSU. Going back to the inside of the case, the first thing you see is one lateral opening for cable management, with around 2 cm. No rubber pads included, but I don't consider that a problem. Close to the front we have space for two SSDs or two 2.5-inch HDDs. On the bottom part we have the usual openings for cable management. Back to the top we have the I/O panel with two USB 2, two USB 3 ports, audio and microphone 3.5mm jacks, and the LED and reset buttons. The power button was put in the front panel and, like other buttons, feels pretty solid. Let's now see the back of the case. In the bottom part we have one opening with two divisions, one for the power supply and the other for the hard drives. Like most Nox cases, the worst part is always the HDD slots. We have space for only two HDDs, and we don't even have an HDD easy mounting. Instead of HDD easy slots, Nox makes you use the old screw plus rubber method, which, like I said before, will make you remove the PSU and the front panel to do it. And that is not really cool. Also on the back panel we get something really interesting, one fan and RGB controller. It has several connections including RGB fans, conventional fans and an addressable RGB adapter. It is right in the middle of the case, so it is really easy to connect the fans, being them on the top or in the bottom. Now about the cable management. On the side of the case we have around 1.8 cm for cables. On the bottom part we have a bit more space with around 2.5 cm, which is awesome for power cables and mostly SATA cables. In general, the cable management is decent for the price tag. Now let's make the build happen with an old AMD FX 8350 system. And this is how the complete build looks. Even an old AMD FX system can look pretty cool and clean. Once we turn on the PC, we get to see the gorgeous RGB lights. To finalize the visuals and the features part, let's see the RGB effects of this case. So, after several things, including good music, also in the description, just for you to know, after several things, what do you want to know more? You want to know temperatures. How well does this case fares in temperature wise, since it has only one fan? Most cases bring like 3 or 4 fans, even 4 fans some, and this case brings only one. How does it fare in temperatures? For that we use the FX build, AMD FX 8350, which is known to be a little oven. So let's see how this little oven fares in temperature wise on this case. Let's see it. The first temperature test was made using AIDA64 stress test. Even using a €30 cooler on an overclocked AMD FX 8350, which can get really hot, we have seen an average temperature of 50 degrees, while the maximum was only 64 degrees. Awesome results! Let's now test on a real gaming scenario. Our real gaming scenario is Far Cry 5. Since we now had an overclocked RX 570 thrown in the middle, the maximum temperatures of the FX 8350 went up to 58.3 degrees. This happened due to the heat produced by the RX 570 not being exhausted. But this is completely normal since the case only brings one stock fan. Still acceptable temps. Moving on. Now on the pros and cons. Many people won't consider a problem having only 2 HDD slots or a limited fan controller. And for the price, Nox Infinity Neon is still a great choice. If Nox had included easy HDD mounts and let's say one more HDD slot, this would be the perfect case for this price tag. Oh, so resuming guys, not resuming but the conclusion. Yeah, the conclusion. Is this case Nox Infinity Neon worth the price it cost? Well, I would say yes and no. So if you look for nice temperatures, let's say nice, modest temperatures, a modest airflow, let's say at this price, of course, with stock fans, of course, you can improve the airflow later with more fans. Anyway, if you want decent airflow, decent temperatures, and you want a really good look, this is the case for you. This is the case for you because damn, it does really, it looks really great, it looks great. So if you care about looks, this case is great. This case, even with just one fan, the temperatures are not that bad at all, so I imagine with more fans the temperatures will be way better. Just be sure that your motherboard has enough connection for the fans, because this fan controller per se has only acceptable fans from Nox, and you can't even buy those fans, and if you connect them to the fan controller, you won't have the possibility of controlling the RPM, so they will be running at like 1000 RPMs, and with like, let's say 3 to 4 fans, it can be really loud. So just advise, I'm advising you, yeah, just advising you, if you are gonna buy this case and add more fans, be sure that your motherboard has enough fan connections. So okay, average temperatures and looks, yes, it is worth. In terms of other things like features, I would say no, it is not worth in terms of features because it has the fan controller, but it is very limited, and it has only one fan on stock. Also, the part of the HDD that I showed you before is not really good. In case you have an HDD, let's say, and you have the build already mounted, you will have to remove the PSU and the front panel to effectively mount the HDDs, and that is a crap, not even counting that you only have space for 2 HDDs. So in terms of features, it is a no-go. But in terms of all other things, if these features don't really matter to you, because to many people they won't matter, just get this case because it looks great and it performs quite well. Thanks a lot for watching, don't forget hit like, subscribe and share the video because that helps a lot, and like I also say, don't forget sharing is caring. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, don't forget let me know what you think about this case on the comment section, and see you in the next video guys.